Hey guys, what is up? This is Cheapskate Aquatics here, and today I want to talk about keeping your water nice and clear in your tank for cheap. Now, in my tank, right now, 4 goldfish. Yes, I know the tank Nazis are going to get after me for that, but I do have quite a bit of filtration going on right now. Have quite a bit in my hang on the back there, and then also have a substantial the Hikari Bacto Surge rated for 40 gallons. So quite a bit of filtration going on right now. And the water stays very clear even though I have quite a bit of fish in here. Now, it's a little bit dirty on the bottom, that's fine. Need to clean that out a little bit, but otherwise the water column stays very clear. No real issues with that. And I want to show you how to do that. Now, first of all, having a fine sponge filter is one of the ways you can get some nice clear water. The finer the sponge filter is, the more it's going to suck up those small particulate and really help to pull it out of the water column. Now, yes, it is going to clog faster, but at the same time, you're going to get that added benefit of having that clearer water. So honestly, if you have an HOB and you just want to have clear water and you don't want to really mess with your hang on the back, say if you have like an AquaClear filter, something like that, where you really can't add too much extra stuff to it, I would say pop in a sponge filter and it's really going to help with that water clarity. Also, plants are going to help as well with keeping down those nitrites and nitrates. That's my Anacharis. It's got some nice rootage here, kind of growing down. I've only had this in here for like a week. Some of it is a little bit less grown. If you see some of the stalks back there, just because I had it in my beta tank and it was too low of light for it to really thrive as much. Yes, my fish love to pull it out, and a lot of it ends up on the surface, so I'm hoping some of that grows some roots. I'm just letting that one hang out for now, but it is growing, and Anacharis will grow without being in substrate, and it will float, just kind of grow a little bit slower. But we're already getting some good foliage kind of growing on some of the Anacharis in the background there. And the one in the back here, even though they chew the leaves on it, it's growing back pretty quick too. But yeah, it's already pulling stuff out of the water column, and we're also seeing, hopefully soon, I got some glare, but if you look on the Java moss back there, I have some, I don't know if you call them buds, babies, whatever the heck you want to call them, and they got those nice long roots already growing. The rhizome roots already growing off it that eventually, I'll be able to pop those off and plant them. We got new growth down there. We got new growth down there as well. We have a bunch of little baby roots, and on the very tip of that one, we already got some going. So plants are going to help as well, but definitely putting a sponge filter in there, not a coarse sponge filter, but the finer the better if you're looking to really polish that water, and also biological filtration, but just polishing the water, that's going to do a lot as well. Now, the other thing I've done is with my hang on the back. Now this, I've actually replaced it. This is an Aquatech I actually found for $6. Once again, if you want to keep it cheap, look at your local Goodwill, Savers, Salvation Army, any place like that, any of those like secondhand stores, they always have fish stuff. They always do. That's where I get most of that's where I got this from too, actually, too, for like $3. This like treehouse. If you want aquarium decorations, get them there. They're so much cheaper. Anyway, but this is what I've done with the hang on the back. Now, I'm not a fan of cartridges, and that is just because it's a waste of money, number one. Number two, you're losing that biological filtration every time you place that cartridge. Now, granted, a lot of your biological filtration also happens in your substrate, and that's why I'm not a big fan of the, not putting in substrate in your tanks. You can, you don't have to, but it does give a lot of surface area for your biological filtration. And of course, the glass gets it too and everything. Hi. And that really does, help add to that as well. But let me show you what I've done in here to really help polish the water, and it's really cheap to do. Pull this off here. So in the back here, I have some of my, lava rock. I might break some up to put some down in there, but I have a ton in there. And then also the bottom, right where the filter flow comes out, I have my, I think it is a sponge that goes into your, I think it's for like an Aqua Clear 50. I kind of cut it, and it sits on the bottom just like an Aqua Clear would, so that the flow from here is getting caught right in that sponge, getting out the big particulate, because you don't want a ton of particulate hitting your biological filtration. What happens is when that gets covered, that's not going to work. Just like a sponge filter, you know, if you get your sponge filter clogged, it's not going to be living inside the sponge filter anymore, and you're going to lose all that surface area. It's just going to be on the surface. Same thing too with your biological media. But what's cool, this filter on the top here, it has what's called, I think they called it like the bio, I don't know, bio sponge. It like came with this. This filter's like from 2007. I found it. Let me go actually grab the box real quick. So here's the box that came in, and the person who had it was nice enough to leave the box for me, but got it for $6. I think these new are like 20 bucks. So, and this is for a 10 to 20 gallon. But what's really cool about it is that, and I think this is actually a different model than what's in here. I don't know how old this one is, but well, actually, no, I think it is the same model, because it does have this. And this, it says, oop, that's in Spanish. Oh gosh, let me flip this around here. It has the biofiber, which is kind of a very coarse filter fiber, which is kind of cool. I've never seen a filter that had some kind of fiber in it like this, and it already has that with it. So yeah, that's going to help with your biological filtration, and it's really neat that it comes with that. Of course, I don't have the cartridge in there, but for the filter floss, which you usually would have in your cartridge, this is what I did. So I went, and in front of that coarse stuff, I went ahead and put in polyfill. And this is polyfill batting. It comes in like a roll. It's like $3 for a giant roll of it. But what this is, if you see all the crap in there, it's really helping to get all that fine particulate out. And then I'll do some biological as well, but mostly that's so that I can have a lot of water polishing. And I've noticed after I put it in, about in a day or so, had a lot clearer water. So if you want to do that, that's an easy way without having to add, like you could add a power head and put a bottle on it, and that would allow you to go ahead and have you know, that water polishing, mechanical filtration. You can do that too, especially if you have just sponge filters and you want a little bit more, you can do that. But like I said, if you have a hang on the back filter, and this one has a ton of space up here too, and so I have it going all the way down, so that water flow as it's coming in is hitting this. It really does an amazing job, and a giant bag of this is like $3, and it's just a little tiny square of it I'm putting in there. So that's one way you can just really add to your filter and add that mechanical filtration, that extra mechanical filtration to really make that water nice and clear. Now, yeah, it'll get cloudy from time to time if you do a lot of work in there, or say you're going in and, you know, you go and you gravel vac and you disturb a lot of stuff, but letting that run pulls out just an amazing amount of material out of the water. So yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead and do that, and that really will help your water quality. Now, it's of course not going to do a lot for your biological, but mechanically it's going to make it look a lot better. But yeah, just wanted to cover that real quick. Stay tuned for more videos.